logging industry is a part of New Hampshire's fabric, and LaBonville, a third-generation family-owned company in Gorham, has played a major role in making one of the most hazardous professions a little bit safer.
My grandfather came down from Canada back in the 40s. He came down with my grandmother and two of his children at the time. Came down with a buck saw and just money in his pocket, and he ended up turning it into a big logging operation.
Alex LaBonville joined the family business a few years back. Logging is in his blood. His Uncle Rich now at the helm.
Well, my grandfather saw a need to make the chainsaw chaps back in the 60s, and we were the first to develop and produce them back then. We're at the manufacturing department, so what we're doing here is we're making the chaps now.
When Emilien and his wife Dolores crossed the Canadian border, they dreamt of a new life. LaBonville soon became a leader in the industry, employing 114 men and 55 draft horses.
He was a hard-working, no-nonsense Frenchman. Yeah, he worked real hard. He was real proud of his company.
As the logging industry began to get mechanized and skidders and saws came into the picture, it was said if you didn't have scars all over your body, you weren't a logger. So Emilien bought some sewing equipment and began to make chainsaw safety clothing.
This is the location of the original business when he first started. This is the first building he bought to start LaBonville Incorporated. Right behind us is a trailer park, and that was originally his horse stables when he still had horses.
A moose in a wool coat sitting high in the heart of the White Mountains marks the spot where Emilien LaBonville set up shop back in 1953. LaBonville began to produce gear that would keep men in the woods safe long before safety was in a logger's vocabulary. And when OSHA began to regulate the industry, LaBonville held a seat in Washington, D.C. to talk chainsaw protection.
So we hooked up with DuPont, and we decided to go with their Kevlar. And that's a lighter material, and we believe in preventing the accident instead of just stopping an accident. With the lighter material, we found out that most accidents happen between 2 and 4 p.m. when the end user is getting fatigued. So if we can give them a lighter product that's just as safe, we can hopefully prevent more accidents.
LaBonville quickly became the go-to guys for anyone using a chainsaw. Even Ronald Reagan was spotted wearing LaBonville chaps on his ranch back when he was president. And they continue to claim that anywhere in the world there is logging going on, you will find their name.
You can't fool the end user, the guy in the woods using it. You know, we've had the opportunity to make it cheaper, go with a less quality of materials, or, you know, overseas even, but it's just not something we want to do. We want to keep it here in the States. We have all local employees. All our materials and everything we use to make our products is all made in America. So we just, you know, we like that whole made in America, and it's something we really feel strongly about.
Company-wide, LaBonville has about 40 employees and 5 stores. Their products are shipped all over the world. But Gorham, where Alex's grandfather laid down roots, remains the company's home. They even still heat the buildings where all their products are made by wood stove.
Well, as the industry has progressed, it's getting more away from the end users, guys out using chainsaws, and more towards equipment. So what we've had to do to stay ahead with the times is we started making the winter pants, where we're hitting a whole range of industries that way, you know, fishermen, skiers, snowmobilers. We have accounts with all the major ski resorts around New England, and all their ski patrols wear our pants because they can get the life they need out of them with the tough conditions that they're in. Instead of cotton thread, we use a nylon thread, so it's less likely to pull. Your seams aren't going to tear. It's just a lot more heavy duty, and you get a lot more life out of them.
Their products are developed and tested in their own backyard. which happens to be home to the most extreme weather in the world.
We live just north of Mount Washington. You can see Mount Washington right out of our office window. So, I mean, in these elements, you know, you can just wear them out and get a real life, you know, testimonial.
LeBonville is not only the leader in their industry, they outfit one of the most gifted men to work a chainsaw.
So we sponsor 17-time world champion lumberjack Jerry Gingras. He's a local competitor from Arrow, New Hampshire. When Jerry competes, he wears head-to-toe LeBonville's gear to protect him. He has special chaps, custom chaps we built for Jerry that we also sell.
Evolving with the times, but keeping the work ethic Emilian brought with him when he settled in the North Country is a priority for Alex and the LeBonville family. And although the logging industry continues to evolve, the LeBonville values remain the same.
He worked till the day he died. He put everything he had into the products and making it real, you know, high quality for the end users. He knew what it took to, you know, he was working in the woods with these guys, and he knew what a good product was, and that's what he made. He'd be proud that we took it to the next level, and we keep, you know, working as hard as we can to, you know, keep the quality, you know, keep the memory alive, keep his name going, you know.